Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. John Jacob Mubarak coming to you live from Rythmia in beautiful Guanacaste, Costa Rica. It is May the 7th, right? And May is the beginning of the rainy season. But rainy season here is so cool, man. It is like, sunny in the morning and big clouds puffing up, and then some rain in the afternoon, and then clear, beautiful, clear nights with stars. Oh, it's so great. I'm so glad to be here at Rythmia this week. We've got some amazing things going on. I want to talk to you about upcoming events. Hey, Robert, good to see you, brother. We've got some amazing upcoming events, but I want to tell you about what's going on right now just to give you a sense of what's up. We've got Dr. Mario Martinez here, who is a neuropsychologist, super cool, talking about the interface between science and ayahuasca and how the two work together. It is so cool to have him here bringing the science in. Hey, Jennifer, thank you for being here. Bringing the science into the metaphysics. That is the cool thing. Hey, Walker. This is so cool this week. So we got Dr. Mario Martinez. We've got beautiful people here. We want you to come down. We want you to come down and experience this. If you've been here before, come back and see us. You need a tune-up. If you haven't been here, check out some of our reviews to give you a sense of why people say. Two really important statistics. First, 94.6% of our guests since inception, say that they receive a miracle when they come to Rythmia. And 97, here's the more impressive statistic, 97.5% of all guests since the day we opened, 5,000 people, say that this was the week that changed their lives. So if you are wondering about coming to Rythmia and should I do it, should I pull the trigger, I don't know, let me tell you, come on. 97.5% of people can't be wrong. That's some good statistics. And we've had, guess what, many weeks of 100% of people receiving their miracle. And that miracle that they receive here at Rythmia, hey, Lisa from South Bend, Indiana, Anna Maria, welcome. I'm so glad, from Romania, Europe. Woohoo! That's amazing. Worldwide. Rythmia worldwide. So we want you to come down and experience this because we love it, right? Like, nobody tells you about a crappy restaurant. Nobody goes, oh man, I went to this place, I ate, I got sick, the restrooms are dirty, and the food is awful, and the service sucks. You gotta try it. No, nobody says that. People are telling you about good things. Oh, I went to this place. It was amazing. Everybody was so nice. I had this great experience. That's what your friends and family are telling you. So come down. Come see us. We would love to have you. I would love to experience you being here. And in fact, that's what we're going to talk about today, the spiritual technology of asking the question, what would I love to experience? But before I do that, I want to tell you a little bit about some upcoming events. This is going to be so cool. Upcoming events here at Rythmia. So we've got an amazing lady coming, Mia Root, who is she is so wonderful. I know her, and she is a great friend of Rythmia. And Mia is coming on May 26th. It's coming up. So you don't want to miss it. If you are wondering about, should I do this or not? Come down. Mia will be presenting an amazing workshop called Northing, the practice of living from your true north. And what's so great about this is that it really dovetails nicely with what we're going to talk about later. But northing is the process by which we continually orient to the leading or guiding value that is our own true north. So Mia's going to guide you through the processes that reveal this to you and shows you how, through your own feelings and perceptions, that you can magnetize to your true north, your compass needle, and determine naturally whether you're on course or off course and how to get back on track. So when you come to this workshop on May 26th through June 2nd with Mia Rue, you will receive skills in the application of this area in your life, how you can develop the attention and clear vision for what is ideally desired for the next iteration of your greatest yet to be. You'll be given guidelines for evaluating choices and support in examining the next best steps for utilizing the skill sets on how to find your true north. You'll be encouraged. This is such a cool workshop. You'll be encouraged to develop a practice and show how your time and opportunities for personal transformation at Rythmia Life Advancement Center will provide the perfect testing ground for finding your true north. So this is the workshop that Mia is going to be working on. And hey, Jeannie, Amanda, Angel, so great, so great. Much love to you all. So happy that you're here. So this is the workshop that Mia is going to be presenting, Northing, which is finding your true north, right? Because we all have that compass, that still small voice, which is neither still nor small. We just ignore it a lot, right? That's the key. We're just not listening. But when you come to Rythmia and you interact with this plant medicine, something happens and you hear that voice. We say that when you come here, everything gets drunk except for your soul, right? Your protective personality, your ego, your emotional body, your spiritual body, all of that gets drunk, but your soul stays sober. And that's for the first time you hear the call so clearly. So clearly, that's your true north. So this is going to be perfect. Mia Rue coming May 26th, talking about how to find your true north and how that relates to Rythmia and ayahuasca and this beautiful experience of plant medicine and the miracles that you receive when you come into alignment with your true north, with finding that guiding compass that's always within us. That's the key, is that it's always there. We're never separate from it. We're never separate from that voice. We just don't pay attention to it. We just don't allow enough room for it to emerge in our experience. So that's what Mia is going to be talking about. And if you want to know a little something about Mia, let me tell you, she is amazing with 26 years of immersive personal transformation and holistic life advancement training and experience. She's got credentials out the wazoo. She's a master's degree in spiritual psychology, abundance of resources and tools to facilitate rapid shifts with those that she works with, expanding awareness of what's possible and empowering evolution through education and experiential processes. Mia's been working for over 26 years in the field of Western ethiogenetic, which is plant medicine use, right? She's a researcher and member of the Centro Espírita Beneficia de Unado de Vegetal, and she was asked to produce a documentary for a group and travel with that group and translate these documents for this really special closed society. So she's really been in this work for a long time, and she supports people in accessing their innate abilities and augment their innate cognitive and perceptive capabilities. So that's what we were talking about just a second ago, that we all have it. We all have that true north. We all have that compass needle, but we need to reconnect with it. We need to create more space for it to emerge in our experience. And how do we do that? Well, Mia is going to be teaching that with you May 26th, end of this month, over Memorial Day weekend. You already got the Monday off, so get your booty down here. Come check it out. We want to see you here for Mia Rue, May 26th through June 2nd at Rythmia, talking about True North, northing, the practice of living from your own true north. So that's one of the upcoming events that we have. Super excited to have Mia. You'll want to check that out. You can find out more about that on our Facebook page, Rythmia Events. And then you'll see all the upcoming events. Mia Rue coming May 26th. So we definitely want to welcome her and let you know all the good things that are coming from coming up at Rythmia. All right, so that's upcoming events. Now I want to tell you about this. I'm super excited to share this with you. So this was something that came into my awareness after ceremony, a few ceremonies ago. And I made some journal notes after the ceremony, and this is what I really wanted to share with you. There's a beautiful metaphysician. His name is Ernest Holmes. He is so present so present. And I read a daily reading from him called Science of Mind 365. And of course, he's transitioned many years ago, but Ernest Holmes is the man. You've got to check out some of his writings. But one of the things that he said that I love is use your imagination to enlarge your experience. Use your imagination to enlarge your experience. What a great concept. So I wanted to talk about that. How do we use our imagination to enlarge our experience? It was after ceremony one night that I had this insight that freedom comes, my freedom comes when I'm in my heart, right? When I'm in my heart, not in my head, when I'm in my heart. And as we say at the Rythmia opening talk on Mondays, we say that this week is all about the journey from your head to your heart. It's a 15-inch journey, right? 15-inch journey, but it's the longest journey of our lives. And I always say, I don't know what 15 inches is because I always thought this was 10. They were lying, okay? So this is, I would just crack myself up. Sorry, let me just get over myself here. So freedom comes from when I am in my heart, and I can access my heart space by tapping, right? There are certain tools. So sometimes just bringing my awareness, it's all in my awareness. If I can just bring my awareness to my heart space, tap my heart space, pretty soon I'm making that journey from my head to my heart. And when I'm in this intuitive space, man, that's a powerful space. It's a powerful space moving, making this journey from the head, from the figuring out mind to the intuitive mind. Einstein says that the intellect is a faithful servant, but the intuitive heart, the intuitive wisdom is the gift. And we've created a society that has put the servant in charge of the gift, right? We need to reverse that. We need to put the gift in charge. This is the controlling organ. Our heart is the controlling organ. And the head, when the intellect is in service to the heart, that's powerful. When the intellect is left to, go on its own, man, that can be, a mind is a terrible thing to taste. That's all I got to say. Okay. So this journey from the head to the heart, this realization that freedom comes when we're in our intuitive wisdom, and then utilizing our intuitive guidance to place the intellect in service to the intuition. Very powerful. And so the other thing that I really saw in ceremony was that I breathed life into all of my experiences. As I sat and looked out at the stars that night, as I breathed, I could see the response of the universe to my breath, that we are actually interacting with this intelligence, and it responds to our thinking. We are living and moving and having our beingness in a creative intelligence, a creative medium that responds to our thinking, right? That is so powerful. So the title of this talk is, What Would I Love to Experience? Right? The question is, what would I love to experience? And going back to Ernest Holmes, we use our imagination to enlarge our experience, okay? So here's the guidance. We ask the question, what would I love to experience? Not what do I want to experience? What do I think I need to experience? Those are all lower vibrational frequencies. What would I love to experience? Love is the highest vibration. Love is the highest frequency. So what would I love to experience? This is the question to ask. And as we ask that question, watch what emerges. Here's the thing. When I am caught up in my head, in my figuring out mind, about figuring out how to do it right? If there's a big question that I have coming up, I don't know what to do. Should I do this or should I do that? Should I stay here or should I go? Should I stay in this job or should I not? Should I be in this relationship or should I leave? All of this, right? The regular wisdom that we have from the intellect is, well, let's make a pro and con list. Let's make our pros and cons and figure out what the best way to go is. Has that worked? Has that ever worked? It doesn't work for me. Well, all I get from a pro and con list is, well, I could go this way or I could go that way. I'm no better off. Pros and cons lists are ineffective because they come solely from the intellect and live in the world of duality. There's always one choice or the other. right? But we want to live in a world of certainty where there's just a direct knowing. We've all had that experience of being in the flow. We've all had that experience of really knowing exactly what to do. Hey, Mary Alice, we know when we're just in the zone, right? Somebody asks you a question, boom, I know the answer to that. That is living from the intuitive guidance. And then when you know the answer, you use the intellect to put it in service. It put the intellect in service to that intuitive hit. So when we ask the question, what would I love to experience around a decision or a choice that we have to make, it does two things. First of all, it takes us out of the I want to do it right mentality. Right? Because that's the first thing. I want to make the right choice. I want to make the right choice because there's an inherent thought that if I make the right choice now, I'm going to avert pain in the future, right? That's the thing. We think that if I do everything right, it'll be easy going, right? But none of that is guaranteed. So it doesn't matter. There's no right choice. There is a decision that is heart-based. Let me correct that. There is a choice that is heart-based, right? That leads us. And the reason why I stopped and said choice instead of decision is because decision is the root of decision, same root as suicide, matricide, patricide, decide. It is eliminating one option for another. So if you want to live in a world where you eliminate one and take another, that's an either-or world. That's the world you live in. I'd rather live in a both-and world. That's the world that we can live in when we ask ourselves the questions, what would I love to experience? Because we're not limiting possibility. We're not cutting off a possibility for another. We're saying, I would love to experience these qualities. So when I ask the question, what would I love to experience? It takes me out of the doing it right mentality and takes me out of this figuring out mode, which ultimately is control. Because I feel like if I make the right choice now, it'll be easy going in the future. That's wanting to control an outcome. That's being attached to an outcome. Do you get that? It took me a minute to really get that. So my desire to do it right isn't just about me wanting to be right. My desire to do it right is an effect of control, trying to control an outcome. And we know that we can't attach ourselves to the outcome. We can't control the outcome. So when I ask the question, what would I love to experience? It takes me out of the figuring out mind, and rather it begins to use my imagination to enlarge my experience. So what would I love to experience in a career? Well, I'd love to experience a career where I experience abundance. I would love to experience joy in my career. I would love to experience travel. I want to experience a career that dovetails with my spiritual practices and my work. I would love to experience a career that supports me in being who I declare myself to be. You just start playing with that question. What would I love to experience? And here's what happens when you ask that question. What would I love to experience takes you into the qualities of what I want to experience rather than the figuring out. Well, what I'd like to experience is abundance, so I want to figure out how to make money, right? That figuring out mind leads you into a limited possibility because only certain things can happen when you make a decision, right? But when I stand in infinite possibility, when I stand in all things possible consciousness, I don't have to worry about the how. Right? When I start to try and figure things out, I'm stuck in the how. How am I going to make this happen? Well, you only know how to make something happen from your past experience. So you're living from the past. But if I am standing in the qualities of what I want to experience, what I would love to experience, then I'm not worrying about the how. I let the how be the wow. Let me say that again. You gotta let the how be the wow. Let the how be the wow. Let the universe, let providence figure out how to congeal things so that they conspire for your best good. I'm going to hang out in the world of possibility and what I'd love to experience. And when we're asking that question, what would I love to experience? I'm beginning to focus my attention on the qualities. I want to experience abundance. I want to experience joy. I want to experience love. I want to experience capacity, increased capacity. I want to experience excellence. I want to experience creativity. I want to experience support. What would I love to experience? This is a process of playing, right? It's playful. I can be asking myself this question, walking down the street, while I'm at the gym, while I am contemplating, while I'm in the pool, while I'm taking a shower. Whatever you're doing, you can play with this. It's playful and fun. What would I love to experience? What would I love to experience in a relationship? I would love to experience open and unfettered communication, open and loving communication. I would love to experience a relationship that animates me, where we're animating each other to live our highest potential. I would love to experience in a relationship joy, ease, and grace. These are qualities, right? I'm not figuring out the list of what I want to experience. Like, so many times they say, write down a list of everything that you want in your relationship. Well, I want these things to be like this and like this. And that's controlling. That's telling the universe, you might not know everything that I need, so I'm going to have to list it out and tell you, right? The universe knows. Spirit knows. God knows. Infinite possibility knows. Quantum field of all things possible knows, right? So I don't have to tell it. I just want to create in myself the vibratory frequency of what I would love to experience. And guess what? The nature of the universe is reflective. So if I'm vibrating love, joy, beauty, abundance, there's an energetic match for me. There's an energetic match out there when I vibrate at that frequency. So as I focus more on the qualities of what I want to experience, not worrying about the how, not worrying about figuring out how to make it happen, I'm releasing my control, right? And allowing something greater than I could imagine to emerge. Because that's the case. The truth is that there's more things. There's what I know. There's what I know I don't know. And there's what I don't know, right? And living in the field of possibility is drawing from the field of what I don't know, and opening yourself up to being available for something to come into your experience that you haven't even imagined. I'm just gonna know that it's this or something better. So let me hit that again, right? There's what I know. I know that I am coming to you live from Rythmia right now. I know I don't know how to speak Russian, right? I know Russian exists as a language. I know I don't know how to speak Russian. What I don't know, there's a lot I don't even know, I don't know, okay? So but I can draw from that field of I don't know what I don't know. That's the field of infinite possibility. So when I draw from that field, I'm coming to that field, I enter that field with the qualities of what I'd like to experience, what I'd love to experience, because the qualities are broad, right? They're not specific. Here's the distinction. I can say I want to go to New York. That's I know what I know. I know there's a place called New York. I want to go there, right? That's a finite experience, and once you get there, you're in New York. Cool. New York's a cool place. Nothing wrong with it. But if I say I want to go east, there's always more east, baby. There's always more east to go. Even if I return back to where I started, I can still go more east. So that's the difference between living in a here's what I want versus what I would love to experience, experiencing the qualities instead of the specific details, the pros and cons, here's what I want in a relationship universe. I want them to be like this and like this and like this. I'm going to live in the qualities of what I would like to experience. Abundance, love, joy, creativity, self-expression. The qualities are large enough to encompass more than I could imagine is possible. What I don't even know, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. That's freedom. Freedom comes when I'm in my heart. Freedom comes when I can access my heart space and get out of my head. Freedom comes when my intellect is in service to my heart. Because if I'm saying what I would love to experience, there's some things that will emerge as to-dos. There's some actual doing that has to come out of that, right? But that's cool, right? But it's coming from the intellect being in service to my heart. This is powerful. I love this. I'm hoping that you're picking up what I'm laying down. I'm hoping that that this is coming through because it was very impactful to me. These are insights from ceremony, insights from a beautiful plant ceremony that I had here at Rythmia. So to recap, Ernest Holmes, use your imagination to enlarge your experience. How do I learn? How do I use my imagination to enlarge my experience? By playfully asking the question, what would I love to experience? When I ask the question, what would I love to experience? It moves me out of the figuring out mind, right? Out of limited possibility, and opens me up to the qualities, the broader qualities of what I would love to experience. And I get to experience more than I could imagine, coming from the field of what I don't know that I don't know, beyond what I even know. This or something better. Now I'm not living in a and or either or world. I'm not living in a decision world where I limit one possibility for another. I'm living in a both and world. I'd love to experience love, joy, and infinite possibility, and I'm open and available to more good than I have ever imagined, experienced, or manifested before. There's a master affirmation. Let me just say that again so that you can write that down. If you don't know this affirmation, it's a great one to have right at the tip of your fingers. I am open and available to more good than I have ever imagined, created, or manifested before. I am open and available to more good than I have ever created, imagined, or manifested before. That is living from the field of infinite possibility, living from the I don't know what I don't know, but here are the qualities that I'd love to experience. More good than I have ever imagined, created, or manifested before. Man, I love this stuff. I hope you're loving it too, because I sure do enjoy sharing with you. I'm so grateful that we had this time. Got to tell you a little bit about Mia Rue coming to Rythmia on May 26th through June 2nd. The northing, right? Northing, the way to find your true north, right? And we got the true north always already. It's always within us. We just need to open up so that we can hear that still small voice. We can do that by making the journey from our head to our heart. And one technology for helping us aid that is tapping on our heart. Another technology that will help us with that is by asking the question, playfully asking the question, what would I love to experience? So what would I love to experience is more of you. Come into Rythmia. I would love to experience more connectivity with a powerful spiritual community that is committed to making a difference on the planet, that is committed to living a life that they love and being the change that they want to see in the world. That's what we're involved in. Light workers, light warriors, coming down. Turn on. Love you all. Sending you so much love, peace, and infinite blessings to you. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this place. Wait, there, called Rythmia. Thank you for this opportunity. Have a beautiful day. Again, peace and blessings. And we're going to do another Facebook Live following up on how to pause in the moment. That's going to be coming up this Thursday, in a couple of days at noon Pacific time. All right, peace and blessings. Talk to you soon. Much love.